Hey guys, it's Legit here, and we are back for day 10 of the Town Hall 9 challenge. This is the last day that we have planned, and I think tomorrow I'm going to be putting out a video of all the new stuff that I'm going to get with Town Hall 9, so get hyped. But for today, I have something a little bit different. What we're going to be doing is going back to the old style of my videos, which is the first video I actually ever uploaded, which was an update idea video. It was really old. You guys can go check it out. It's way down on the channel if you really are that dedicated. Basically, I took my old iPod Touch 4, I grabbed a crappy screen recorder, and I recorded like a list of ideas for the new updates. So this time I do have that, but it's a little bit different. It's a little bit better, and it's still the same thing though. I've still got my slideshow up. So for today, I'm just gonna go over some of the things that I think are coming in Clash of Clans and things I would like to see in Clash of Clans. So yeah, if you guys enjoy this video, please leave a like and a comment. It would help a lot. And let's get into the video. Alright, so before we start, I just want to real quick say, all these are for Town Hall 11 concepts. As you can see here, I have an edit for Town Hall 11. I did not make, there are a lot of these that I did not make. All the ones that I made, you'll see my little Instagram tag, my little watermark on the picture, so I just want to put out a disclaimer real quick on that. But all these are for Town Hall 11. None of these are for Town Hall 10 or 9 or whatever. The other thing is, I'm sorry if they're a little pixely. I know this one's really pixely. A lot of these came off Instagram, so I had to do my best. They came off my Instagram page, and I managed that with a very old device, so the pixel resolution may be a little bit spotty. But I hope you guys can enjoy the content rather than the quality. So I'm just gonna get into the first concept here. Alright, so the first concept is a want. It's not really a speculation, but it is by Pelican Tacos and Xander Clash. You guys probably know Pelican Tacos, but they had an idea for Dragon Armor. Basically, you buy it in the shop. It's an add-on. I don't know how long it would last. Maybe it would just last for, you know, a couple of raids or a couple of days or whatever before you had to repurchase it, because I feel like if you just had it all the time, it'd be almost like another dragon upgrade. But even so, it's pretty cool looking. I really like the look of it. It's a little bit spotty, but it is an edit, and they're very hard to do. So I do commend them for this edit. I think it'd be a pretty cool addition. I don't think it'd be too overpowered, especially because it doesn't add attack damage. So I think it'd be really cool, and let's get on to the next one. Alright, here we have one from DrawM7 on Instagram. He had an idea. It was actually a video he posted. I think it came off of a private server, because the animation for it is very good, so I don't know how he would have animated it himself, unless he's that talented. But basically, you can select your clan castle, and a little slider comes up, and you can actually pick and choose the troops you want to put down and how many of them you want to put down, so that you have a little bit of control over how your army is deployed. I think it would be cool, unless Supercell may have, you know, not made it this way on purpose, so you just have to put them down wherever. But even so, I think it'd be better this way. It'd be a little more strategic, a little harder to defend against. So I think it'd be pretty cool. As always, guys, just let me know in the comments down below what you think of all of these ideas. I want to hear feedback on what you guys think of this and what you guys want in the next update. So let's get to the next one. Alright, so this is one I made myself. It's a concept for a new spell. I think we just need one more spell in Clash of Clans. One more elixir spell, that is. So it's a confusion spell, and the basic idea is it confuses enemy buildings and troops, and will turn your enemies against each other. The confusion spell will cause enemy buildings or troops to fire on each other for the duration of the spell. Now, this actually does pertain to heroes as well. So you drop the confusion spell. At level 1, it lasts somewhere around 3 seconds. Level 2, it's around 5 seconds, and level 3 is 7 seconds. It's very, very short because these troops and you know, defenses can do a lot of damage to each other. So it would be pretty cool. Maybe it would be bumped up in time a little bit. But either way, I think it'd be pretty cool to have it so that you can, you know, drop the confusion spell on your enemy, and they will start attacking each other. It'd be pretty cool. So let's get on to the next one. Alright, the next one is another spell, but it is a dark spell. It's the Chaos spell, and it sounds a little bit like the same, but it's actually very, very much different. So the spell duration is 17 seconds, the cost is 300 Dark Elixir. It's a dark spell, and the effect type Area Splash, takes 45 minutes to create, and it targets only ground, buildings, troops, blah blah blah. So the Chaos spell, sometimes known as the Earth Mover, has a square area effect. Which means it will take up a certain number of rectangles. It won't go halfway in between, just a certain number, and you'll see the reasoning for that. It rearranges all the buildings in the area it touches. So I'm going to slide over here to the explanation. So I have these buildings set up here, and you see step 1 is drop the spell. The area selected is not what the animation would actually look like, but it would select that area, let's say in a square pattern, and then the area would be rearranged and your troops could get in a little bit more easily, and when the spell wears off, then the layout would go back to normal. So I think it'd be really, really cool and interesting to see how this would work, how people would use it, etc. I just think it'd be awesome, personally. So the next one is another dark spell, and it's the Black Death. So basically the point of this is anything that features troops, whether it be the clan castle troops, whether it be the heroes, whether it be the towers, like the wizard towers or the archer towers, they would have an effect put on them. Oh, sorry, excuse me. Speaking of Black Death, so basically what it would do is it would cut their damage in half that they do to your army. So I think that would be really, really cool to see, and it only lasts 12 seconds, which seems like a very, very long time. But the radius could be very, very small, as well as, like I said, I haven't really delved deep into what what I would do to these. They probably need to be bumped and nerfed and stuff like that, but they're just cool ideas that I thought I would throw out there. So let's slide over to the next one. So the Barbarian King is long overdue for an update. I think level 50 would be cool. I think using fire would be awesome. In terms of, like, I don't know, maybe when he spawns the barbarians, I don't know. So, like, I feel like we need fire in the game. Like, if when his ability is activated, his little barbarians catch on fire, and the buildings that they start attacking would catch on fire. I think it would just be, like, look cool or whatever. Maybe even just add a cool fire animation when he uses his ability that doesn't really do anything. Maybe he catches on fire. But I just think we need a new level, and fire is a needed addition to the game. So I think he also looks pretty cool with the red on his glove and on his shoulder pad, as well as his sword. So let's move into the next one, which is a new level of Lava Hound. We do need some of the troops that were added, they were added and then they never got any new levels, such as the Lava Hound. I mean, he was added with 3 levels, and he never got more. So I feel like he needs just one more level to bump him up to level 4. I know he is a tier 3 troop, so they don't go very high in levels, but it would be pretty cool to see a level 4. And as you see, it says that things don't just turn blue when they get cold. If you guys didn't know, some molten lava has been known to turn blue due to certain circumstances. I don't really remember why. All I remember is that it turned blue and it would look like really beast on a Lava Hound. So let's move on to the next one. Level 3 witches. We need level 3 witches so much. They would look super awesome. I do like my concept here with red and green. I think it would look kind of cool, except it looks a little bit Christmassy, but not that much. I mean, red is definitely a good color, and green is a good color. Maybe not together, I guess, but this is what I had come up with, and I thought it looked pretty cool. So it just basically, it bumps up all the stuff that she does, just a little bit, her damage, her hit points, and as well as her look. Like I said with the Lava Hound, she got added with 2 levels, and she never got more, and I personally think she would look awesome with a new look, because she doesn't change that much between levels 1 and 2. So that brings me to level 4 witches. I know this looks like crap, guys. I know it looks like crap. I was using some different, like, editing stuff for the picture, and it ended up looking like crap, but I still think the concept is there. Level 4 witches. So if we're gonna bring them to level 3, let's bring them to level 4. I think they look cool with the black and red as well. And the gold added in there too. They would cost quite a bit, but it would still be cool. So let's move on to the next one. Alright, so dragons level 6, I think they'd be really awesome, especially with the black texture in there. I thought blue flames might be cool, but it was a little confusing looking, so I went with the regular flames. But I really wanted to see the level 5 dragon being completely black, or a completely new solid color. But I think that level 6 dragons are a good idea. I mean, they wouldn't be too overpowered. The level 5 isn't even that overpowered. So level 6 is definitely a good idea, I think. And I think we can probably expect it in the near future, as well as, I forgot to even mention the things that we could expect, which are the new king levels and the new witch levels. I think they gotta be somewhere in the future. I don't think they would just leave those out. Definitely new witch level. And I know there are like new troops and stuff that are coming with ClashCon. Very, very highly rumored about. So let's move on into the next concept. Alright, so this next concept is for a new hero. I know Mr. Clasher did a video on this, and this was actually mine that I created, but he left out a lot of stuff and didn't seem to understand that it was actually a hero. So it's not, I mean, it's not technically a hero. It's technically a hero add-on, because what this King's Hound does is when you place down your king, there will be an option to place down the King's Hound as well, and he doesn't do too much damage, and he doesn't have too many hit points, but you must place him after the king, and when the king dies, so does the King's Hound. So you place down the King's Hound, and he will target a building. So you can select a building, which I'm going to go ahead and flip over to a picture real quick that will show you all of this stuff. Alright, so I know that was a little bit confusing, but here we go. So the King's Hound will target any building you select after placing him. However, he will destroy any buildings in his way and cannot be redirected when he is finished with his target. He will attack the nearest, or when he's finished with his target, he will attack the nearest building. So you select a target and he will destroy everything in his path to get to that target. So it's pathing, it's not technically targeting. He will always die with the king, and he is unlocked at Town Hall 11. Like all this stuff. I mean, we just need a ton of ideas for Town Hall 11. So let's go on and flip over to the add-on. Well, not the add-on. The add-on to the add-on. But he does have his special ability, which brings me to the next thing. Alright, so his special ability will spawn wolfmen, which are very interesting. I like the animation that I found for them. I found it on Google. It looks alright. It's not it's not technically Clash animation, but it still looks pretty cool. They look pretty terrifying. So let's flip over to their sheet real quick here. Alright, so you can see actually the Wolfmen are spawned at all levels. At levels 1 through 9, he will spawn 1 Wolfman. At levels 10 through 19, he will spawn 2, and at level 20, he will spawn 3. So the Wolfmen will repel any troops within a 4-block radius of them. It'll push your army just right away from them so that you can actually use it if you are in a time of need. Let's say your troops are attacking a builder's hut and you need the town hall. You drop down your King's Hound and you activate his ability, and they will all run away from the Wolfmen. And also, the Wolfmen will not die with the King or the King's Hound. So when the King and the King's Hound die, if there are still Wolfmen left, they will finish out your raid for you. So that was the last concept. I hope you guys enjoyed this video on some Clash stuff that I want to see in the future. I don't know about you guys. But if you did, please leave a like and a hate comment down in the comment section below, as well as if you guys are very generous, you can subscribe or favorite the video, and I will see you guys all in the next video.